I hope that you can see the kind of pain that she had. I mean, this isn't the pain like, oh, I'm hurting or something like that. This is that kind of pain. This sort of a dull pain. A dull pain that people who are denied because of not what they're capable of doing, but are denied just for being. Women understand that feeling. They feel it. Black people understand that feeling. Latinos understand that feeling. Asians understand that feeling. The thing that you can do X, Y, and Z, but don't even attempt this because, well, this one isn't for you. And we've been changing. Don't get me wrong. We've been changing. We've been changing. But listening to her should give everybody pause. Listen to what she has to say and how she says it. No malice, just the way it is.
What have you experienced in your career in a business that's supposed to be so open and embracing of diversity?
I mean, for the longest time, it's been that white people can tell everyone's stories. They can tell Black stories, Asian stories, Latinx stories, and we in the minority community can support them in telling those stories. And just the fact that all of our stories have been whitewashed for so long, and that's been acceptable. It's an interesting thing. Whenever I've seen like an article on Deadline that comes out about some new movie with a really cool director, and it just happens to be a period piece, there have been times in the past where I have reached out and said to my reps, like, hey, can I meet on this movie? I think it sounds like a really great concept. And I'll just hear back that it's a period piece. There's no other explanation because I should know. And I do know what they mean by that, which is my Asian face does not fit into a period piece, that I cannot tell those stories. And that's a really infuriating thing because everyone else is allowed to tell our stories. And it's not just from in front of the camera, it's behind the camera. You look at the Tiger Woods documentary on HBO, it's directed by two white men. And when you look at it, starts with his DUI. And yes, Tiger had a lot of traumatic moments in his life, but he also was a Black Asian American man who reached to heights that none of us could have ever dreamed. And yet when you watch this documentary, it is so negative. And I think it's because it was told through the eyes of two men who do not know what it's like to live life in a Black man's skin or see the world through the eyes of an Asian man's eyes. Like it's just the systemic whitewashing that has happened. It goes so deep and so far back, and it's still happening even to this day.
Well, you bring such an important perspective. Thank you very much for speaking out.
And, it is so often it is hard to explain that concept. And I thought she did it so well using when she tries to be the journalist for a particular movie or whatever. You should know that it's not you who are going to cover that movie. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel. And number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.